You might think of cows as gentle, weak creatures that do nothing but graze and run away when threatened, but that probably means you have never seen a Tibetan yak go berserk. Up in the harsh Himalayan plateau, where icy winds can slice through skin, the air is thin enough to leave you gasping, and wolves and snow leopards stalk every step, there exists a creature that seems harmless, yet can turn into a nightmare for even the most ruthless predators in these mountains. We are talking about the Tibetan wild yak, not your typical domesticated cow, but a descendant of warriors that survived tens of thousands of years of evolution in one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. In this video, you are going to witness one of nature's most breathtaking showdowns. A creature with no weapons, no claws, no sharp fangs, and yet capable of taking down snow leopards, Tibetan wolves, and even fending off entire packs of bloodthirsty wild dogs. At over 13,000 feet above sea level, which is more than 3,960 meters, where the thin air can choke life itself and freezing winds tear through anything fragile, lies the incredible wild Tibetan yak. Unlike the domesticated cows we are used to, wild yaks are massive, weighing several hundred kilograms, with thick fur covering their entire bodies like a natural coat of armor. That dense coat not only keeps them warm in temperatures as low as -22 degrees Fahrenheit or about -30 degrees Celsius, but also helps them survive brutal winters on a barren, treeless stone plateau. Their long, curved horns are not just for foraging under deep snow. They are tools for communication, dominance, and above all, defense. With low, stocky builds and firm, grounded steps, wild yaks are the perfect proof of how life can thrive even in the harshest, natural conditions on the planet. But their physical endurance is not the only thing that sets Tibetan yaks apart. What is truly remarkable is their collective survival strategy, a deeply instinctive coordination between individuals that helps them protect one another. In an environment where predators like Tibetan wolves, wild dogs, and snow leopards are always lurking, running away alone is almost guaranteed failure. Instead, yaks choose unity. They form protective circles, with the adults standing on the outside and the calves shielded in the middle. It is a simple but highly effective defense formation, designed to protect the vulnerable while maintaining group balance. Field observations show that yak herds are well organized, capable of dynamically adjusting their formations while moving, creating a defense system that is flexible and nearly impenetrable. With their sheer mass and powerful horns, adult yaks can neutralize threats without even needing to engage in a full-on fight. It is one of the rare examples of defensive, cooperative behavior among herbivores that actually works. Even for a legendary predator like the snow leopard, known for its stealth and surprise attacks, getting close to a yak herd is no easy task. With graceful movement and nearly invisible fur in snowy terrain, snow leopards usually have high success rates when hunting mountain goats or antelopes. But when it comes to yaks, that number drops dramatically. Studies show that snow leopards only succeed about 20% of the time when targeting yak calves, largely thanks to the herd's collective response. Mother yaks are incredibly alert and will move quickly to block the leopard's path if they sense danger. In many cases, adult yaks even reposition themselves to obstruct attacks from behind, the favorite approach of big cats. This is solid evidence that Tibetan yaks are not just strong, but also smart, capable of detecting risk and reacting with surprising strategy, far from the slow, passive image we usually associate with herbivores. Now, while snow leopards hunt solo and rely on stealth, the highlands also harbor a very different kind of threat: packs of wild dogs. Unlike the silent cats, these predators hunt in groups, coordinating their attacks with speed and efficiency, often splitting and isolating prey. Most herbivores, when facing this kind of teamwork, quickly fall into panic, especially if they lack group coordination. But once again, Tibetan yaks prove they are not easy targets. Instead of scattering or running in fear, they close ranks into a tight formation and move together with discipline. The larger adults always stay on the outside, watching carefully, shifting in the opposite direction of danger to maintain a safe distance for the young. And unlike some animals that stick to rigid defensive positions, yaks adjust their formation based on terrain, sometimes forming arcs near cliff walls, other times circling tightly on open ground. They do all this without calls or commands, simply through instinct and sensitivity. Scientists have recognized this behavior as a sign of highly evolved herd intelligence. And the threats do not just come from the ground. Tibetan yaks also have to watch the skies. One of the most formidable airborne predators they face is the golden eagle, a symbol of power across Asia. With a wingspan of up to 6.5 feet, or about 2 meters, and diving speeds over 125 miles per hour or more than 200 kilometers per hour, this bird can take down smaller animals when the opportunity arises. But adult yaks have developed smart defense strategies to reduce the risk of aerial attacks. When they sense a shadow circling overhead, they move to rocky outcrops, ravines, or sheltered slopes where eagles cannot dive in from above. In some cases, large yaks have even been seen standing over resting calves, acting as living roofs that block visibility and access from predators in the air. Perhaps what makes Tibetan yaks even more remarkable is how effortlessly they survive in freezing, rugged conditions all year round. While many animals abandon the highlands when winter sets in, yaks stay, enduring the snowstorms and bone-chilling cold in silence. Their double-layered coats, with a thick outer layer and a soft undercoat, trap heat extremely well, while a thick layer of fat beneath the skin keeps them from losing energy. Their bodies are also specially adapted, with slower, deeper, more stable breathing to optimize oxygen intake in thin air. Thanks to all these traits, yaks can stay active even when temperatures drop below -40 degrees Fahrenheit or about -40 degrees Celsius, and freezing winds sweep across the plateau for days at a time. When food becomes scarce, yaks use their horns to dig through thick snow, searching for leftover dry grass from summer. It sounds simple, but at nearly 16,500 feet in elevation, around 5,000 meters, maintaining that routine for months takes incredible stamina and resilience. This is one of the key reasons yaks are able to survive in places where even much larger animals have to retreat. Still, what truly sets the Tibetan yak apart is not its horns or its extreme cold resistance, but its deep bond with the herd. Every yak is born knowing that survival does not come from speed or solo combat, but from sticking together and protecting one another. A calf is shielded not just by its mother, but by the whole herd. An adult willingly takes the higher ground to block the wind or snowfall for others that are resting. This is the foundation of a true survival community. Not just a bunch of cows wandering rocky mountains, but a tightly organized, strategic, and deeply united group. After thousands of years of evolution, the Tibetan yak proves that you do not need claws, incredible speed, or a deadly bite to survive. All it takes is endurance, intelligence, and teamwork to overcome anything in nature throws your way. In the wild, strength is not always about who strikes first. It is about who lasts the longest through adversity. And the Tibetan yak is living proof of that truth.